Have you ever wondered if the foods you cherish are quietly stealing your ability to walk with confidence, to chase after your grandkids, or to climb those familiar stairs without a second thought? Picture this. You're at a family gathering, laughter filling the air, and you want to join the dance, to move freely, to feel the joy of being fully present. But instead, your legs feel heavy, unsteady, maybe even painful. It's easy to think this is just what happens as we age, that slowing down is inevitable. But what if I told you that the meals you eat every day could be the hidden culprits behind that struggle? At Elders Guidance, we're here to uncover the truth about foods that weaken your legs and share simple, powerful changes to help you move stronger, live happier, and stay independent for years to come. In this video, we're diving into 5 common foods that might be sabotaging your strength, from the sweet treats you love to the quick meals you rely on. These aren't just random items on your plate. They're silent thieves, draining your muscles, stiffening your joints, and making every step harder than it should be. But here's the exciting part. You have the power to change this, no matter your age. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which foods to avoid and discover delicious, nourishing alternatives that will have you feeling lighter, stronger, and ready to embrace life's moments. Are you ready to take the first step toward a more vibrant you? Drop a 1 in the comments if you're eager to reclaim your strength, or a 0 if you're curious but not quite convinced yet. Stick with us, because this could be the moment everything changes. Now let's talk about why this matters so deeply. Your legs are more than just a way to get from point A to point B. They're the foundation of your independence, the key to exploring new places, sharing walks with loved ones, or simply standing tall in your own home. For so many of us, the thought of losing that freedom is heartbreaking. Maybe you've noticed it already. A little stiffness when you get out of bed, a hesitation before taking the stairs, or a moment when you chose to sit out an activity you once loved. It's tempting to blame age, to accept that this is just how things are now. But here's the truth, and it's a truth that can set you free. Your diet plays a massive role in how strong, flexible, and pain-free your legs can be. The foods you choose don't just fill your stomach. They build your muscles, protect your joints, and strengthen your bones. Or they do the opposite, silently chipping away at your ability to move with ease. Imagine a woman named Helen, who at 78 thought her days of long walks were behind her. Her knees ached, her legs felt heavy, and she started avoiding outings with her friends. But when she learned how certain foods were fueling her pain, she made small changes, swapping out a few daily staples for nourishing options. Within weeks, she felt lighter, her steps steadier. Today, she's back to strolling through her neighborhood, waving to neighbors, and feeling like herself again. That's the power of food. And it's a power you hold in your hands right now. In this video, we're not just listing foods to avoid. We're giving you a roadmap to reclaim your strength, to feel the pride of moving without fear, and to create a legacy of vitality for yourself and those you love. We'll uncover 5 foods that could be holding you back and share practical, delicious ways to replace them so you can keep doing what matters most. So let's start this journey together, because every step you take toward better health is a step toward a life filled with joy, connection, and freedom. What's the first food that might be standing in your way? You'll be surprised because it's one many of us reach for without a second thought. Let's start with a food that feels like an old friend, one that's been part of your morning coffee, your afternoon treat, or that special dessert at family gatherings. It's processed sugar, and it's the first culprit we're uncovering today. You might be thinking, a little sweetness can't hurt, right? It's just a spoonful in your tea, a cookie shared with a grandchild, or that comforting slice of pie. But what if I told you this familiar indulgence is quietly sabotaging your legs, making every step heavier, every movement slower, and every day a little harder? Processed sugar isn't just a treat. It's a sweet saboteur, and understanding its impact could be the key to walking stronger and living more joyfully. Picture yourself waking up, ready to take a morning stroll through your neighborhood, the sun warming your face, the breeze carrying the scent of blooming flowers. Now imagine your legs feeling heavy, your joints stiff, and a wave of fatigue stopping you before you even reach the corner. Many of us chalk this up to aging, but science tells a different story. Processed sugar, found in sodas, pastries, candies, and even sneaky places like salad dressings or yogurt, does more than satisfy your sweet tooth. It sets off a chain reaction in your body that weakens the very foundation of your mobility. When you eat sugar, your blood sugar spikes, giving you a quick burst of energy. It feels good for a moment, like a spark of youth. But that spark fades fast, leaving you sluggish, tired, and drained. Over time, these constant ups and downs exhaust your muscles, making simple tasks like climbing stairs or carrying groceries feel like climbing a mountain. But the damage goes deeper. Sugar fuels chronic inflammation, a silent enemy that creeps into your joints and muscles. Inflammation is like rust on a hinge, stiffening your knees, swelling your ankles, and making every movement ache. For those of us over 45, this is especially critical because our bodies are already working harder to stay flexible. Inflamed joints mean more pain, less mobility, and a growing reluctance to do the things you love, whether it's gardening, dancing, or just walking to the mailbox. And here's something you might not have considered. Sugar accelerates a condition called sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle mass. This isn't just about feeling weak. It's about losing the strength to balance, to stand tall, to stay independent. Imagine the frustration of reaching for something on a high shelf, or getting up from a chair and feeling your legs wobble. Sugar is part of that story, and it's a part you can change. There's another layer to this. Sugar doesn't just harm your body. It can cloud your mind and dim your spirit. Those blood sugar crashes don't just leave you tired. They can trigger mood swings, making you feel irritable or unmotivated. Think about a day when you wanted to join friends for a walk or play with your grandkids but felt too foggy or low to say yes. That's sugar stealing, not just your strength but your joy. And for your bones, sugar is a thief in the night. It interferes with calcium absorption, leaving your bones brittle and more prone to fractures. A simple stumble that once meant a quick recovery could now mean weeks of pain or even a loss of freedom. For us, staying strong isn't just about today. It's about protecting the years ahead, the moments we want to savor with those we love. But here's the good news, and it's news worth celebrating. You don't have to give up sweetness to reclaim your strength. You can outsmart sugar with choices that nourish your body and delight your taste buds. Instead of processed sugar, try natural alternatives like honey, pure maple syrup, or mashed dates. These options have a gentler effect on your blood sugar, keeping your energy steady and your muscles fueled. Fresh fruits like juicy berries or a crisp apple satisfy cravings while delivering fiber, antioxidants, and vitamins that protect your joints and bones. If you're craving a treat, reach for a square of dark chocolate, a handful of nuts, or a creamy yogurt topped with fruit. These choices aren't just healthier. They're a gift to your future self, a way to keep moving with confidence and joy. Want to make this fun and meaningful? Try a sweet swap challenge. This week, pick one sugary item you usually eat, maybe that morning donut or soda, and replace it with a fruit-based recipe. Maybe it's a smoothie with bananas and spinach, or a baked apple with cinnamon. Notice how you feel. Lighter, clearer, stronger. And here's a special idea to keep you inspired. Start a memory jar. Each time you choose a healthy sweet over sugar, write down a moment you felt strong or joyful, like walking pain-free or laughing with a friend. Tuck that note in a jar, and over time, you'll have a treasure trove of reminders that you're building a vibrant life. Small steps like these add up, and they're proof that you hold the power to change how you feel and move. Before we move on, take a moment to think. Could your favorite comfort food be the next culprit weakening your legs? Stick with us, because the next food might be hiding in your kitchen right now, and you won't believe the impact it's having. Now, let's turn to a food that's hard to resist, one that crackles with every bite and brings back memories of family picnics, late-night drive-thrus, or cozy diner meals. We're talking about deep-fried and fast foods, from golden French fries to crispy fried chicken to those tempting onion rings. They're quick, they're satisfying, and they feel like a little indulgence in a busy day. But what if these foods, so woven into our lives, are jamming up your joints, slowing your steps, and making it harder to move with the ease you deserve? Deep-fried and fast foods aren't just a treat. They're joint jammers, and uncovering their hidden impact could be the key to keeping your legs strong and your spirit free. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine this. You're at a community fair, the air filled with laughter and the smell of blooming flowers. You want to stroll through the booths, maybe join a game with friends, but your knees ache, your legs feel stiff, and you find yourself sitting on the sidelines instead. It's easy to think this is just part of getting older. But the truth is, those fried foods you love are playing a bigger role than you might realize. These foods are loaded with trans fats, the kind of fats that don't just add inches to your waistline. They trigger a firestorm of inflammation in your body, like pouring sand into the gears of a machine. This inflammation stiffens your joints, swells your knees, and erodes the cartilage that cushions your movements. Over time, it can lead to arthritis, a condition that makes every step a challenge and steals the joy from activities you once loved. But the harm doesn't stop there. Deep-fried and fast foods clog your circulation, starving your muscles of the oxygen and nutrients they need to stay strong. Poor circulation isn't just about feeling tired. It can cause leg cramps that wake you at night, a heavy sluggishness that makes short walks exhausting, or even a tingling that worries you. For those of us over 45, good blood flow is vital, not just for energy, but to prevent serious issues like peripheral artery disease, which can narrow your blood vessels and limit your mobility. And here's something you might not know. These foods disrupt your lymphatic system, the network that helps drain excess fluid from your body. When it's sluggish, your legs can swell, leaving your ankles puffy and your shoes feeling tight. That swelling isn't just uncomfortable, it makes every movement harder, turning a simple errand into a daunting task. There's another angle to consider, one that hits close to home. Fried foods contribute to weight gain, and every extra pound puts 4 times the pressure on your knees and hips. Imagine carrying a heavy backpack all day, every day. That's what excess weight does to your joints, wearing them down, increasing pain, and raising your risk of falls. Falls are no small matter. They can change your life in an instant, taking away the confidence to move freely. And here's a fresh perspective. These foods can throw off your balance, not just because of joint strain, but because inflammation affects the nerves that help you stay steady. Think of the last time you hesitated before stepping off a curb or felt wobbly reaching for something high. That's your body signaling. It needs better fuel. But here's the beautiful part. You can break free from this cycle, and it's easier than you think. Instead of frying, try baking, grilling, or using an air fryer for that crispy texture without the harmful fats. Swap processed oils for heart-healthy olive oil or avocado oil, which support your joints instead of harming them. Craving a snack? Reach for roasted chickpeas, a handful of almonds, or sliced veggies with hummus. These choices don't just protect your legs. They give you the energy to keep up with life's moments, big and small. Want to make this fun? Plan a grill night with your family or friends. Fire up the grill, try a new recipe like herb-marinated chicken or grilled veggies, and share the joy of creating something delicious and nourishing. It's a chance to connect, to laugh, and to feel proud of choosing health. To keep this journey exciting, start a kitchen confidence journal. Each time you try a new cooking method, like grilling or baking, jot down what you made and how it felt to nourish your body. Maybe it's the satisfaction of a perfectly roasted dish or the energy you felt the next day. Over time, this journal becomes a record of your strength, a reminder that you're building a future of vitality. These small choices aren't just about food. They're about reclaiming the freedom to move, to explore, to live fully. Before we move on, let's pause and wonder. What if a lunchtime staple is silently draining your muscle power? Stay with us, because the next food might be sitting on your plate right now, and its impact will surprise you. Let's talk about a food that's been a staple for so many of us, tucked into our sandwiches, sizzling on the breakfast table, or grilled at summer barbecues. It's processed meats, like bacon, sausage, deli ham, or that classic hot dog at the ball game. These foods are convenient, familiar, and carry the warmth of tradition, from quick lunches to family cookouts. But what if these everyday choices are slowly robbing your muscles of their strength, making it harder to stand tall, walk steadily, or keep up with the life you love? Processed meats aren't just a quick bite, they're muscle robbers, and understanding their impact could be the key to moving with confidence and staying independent. Imagine this moment. You're at a family picnic, the grass soft underfoot, the chatter of loved ones filling the air. You want to join the fun, maybe toss a ball with your grandkids or stroll to the picnic table, but your legs feel heavy, your muscles cramp, and you find yourself hesitating. It's tempting to think this is just what happens as we get older, but the truth is, processed meats are playing a sneaky role in that struggle. These foods, from deli slices to breakfast sausages, are packed with sodium, preservatives, and nitrates, ingredients that do more than add flavor. They set off a cascade of problems in your body, weakening the muscles that keep you active and vibrant. First, let's talk about sodium, the biggest troublemaker in processed meats. Too much sodium causes your body to hold on to water, leading to swelling in your legs and feet. If you've ever felt your ankles puff up or your legs feel like they're dragging, that's your body struggling under the weight of excess fluid. This isn't just uncomfortable. It makes walking harder, standing longer a chore, and even simple movements exhausting. For those of us over 45, this swelling can also strain our joints, causing stiffness that lingers and pain that discourages activity. But sodium's harm goes beyond puffiness. It narrows your blood vessels, raising blood pressure and reducing the flow of oxygen to your muscles. Without that vital fuel, your legs tire faster, cramp more often, and lose the strength to carry you through your day. Here's another layer you might not have considered. The preservatives and nitrates in processed meats fuel chronic inflammation, like a slow-burning fire in your body. This inflammation doesn't just make your joints ache. It attacks your muscle fibers, making them weaker and less resilient. Over time, this can accelerate muscle loss, a process that's already a challenge as we age. Think of the effort it takes to get up from a low chair or carry a bag of groceries. Weakened muscles make those tasks harder, chipping away at your confidence and independence. And there's a fresh angle to explore. These additives disrupt your gut health, throwing off the balance of bacteria that help your body absorb nutrients. When your gut struggles, your muscles miss out on the protein, iron, and vitamins they need to stay strong, leaving you feeling sluggish and unsteady. Before we get started, I'd love to know where you're joining me from today. Drop a comment below and feel free to ask any questions you have. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a health-boosting tip from Elder's Guidance. There's one more piece to this puzzle. Processed meats contribute to oxidative stress, a process that speeds up the aging of your cells, including your muscle cells. This isn't just about feeling tired today. It's about your muscles aging faster than they should, making it harder to maintain balance or recover from a long walk. If you've ever felt a sudden leg cramp or noticed numbness in your feet, that's your body signaling it's time for a change. These foods might be convenient, but they're costing you something precious: the ability to move freely and live fully. But here's the empowering truth. You can reclaim your strength with choices that are just as delicious and far more nourishing. Instead of processed meats, opt for fresh options like grilled chicken, roasted turkey, or baked salmon. These provide clean protein that rebuilds your muscles without the harmful additives. Feeling adventurous? Try plant-based proteins like lentils, tofu, or tempeh, which are packed with nutrients to keep your legs strong. For sandwiches, skip the deli counter and use freshly cooked meats, paired with whole grain bread and a pile of colorful veggies. To make this exciting, plan a protein-packed meal prep day. Set aside an hour to cook a batch of healthy proteins, maybe some grilled chicken strips or a lentil stew. Store them for easy meals all week and feel the pride of knowing you're fueling your body right. Here's a fun idea to keep you inspired. Start a taste adventure. Each week, try one new protein source, like a quinoa salad with chickpeas or a fish taco with fresh salsa. Notice how these foods make you feel: lighter, stronger, more alive. Write down your favorites, and soon you'll have a collection of go-to meals that lift you up. These aren't just meals. They're steps toward a future where you move with ease, laugh with energy, and embrace every moment. Before we go further, let's pause and wonder. Is a hidden ingredient in your meals making your legs feel heavier than ever? Stay with us, because the next food might be one you never suspected, and its impact will open your eyes. Let's turn our attention to a tiny ingredient that's in almost every meal, one we sprinkle without thinking, one that hides in our favorite dishes. It's salt, or more specifically, high-sodium foods. From canned soups to restaurant takeout, to that pinch of table salt on your eggs. Salt is so familiar, so ordinary, that it feels harmless, like a trusted friend at the dinner table. But what if this small addition is swelling your legs, draining your energy, and making every step heavier than it should be? High-sodium foods aren't just seasoning your meals. They're swelling saboteurs, and uncovering their impact could be the key to feeling lighter, moving freer, and living with vitality. If you enjoyed this video, comment 1 to let me know. If not, comment 2. Your thought mattered to me either way. Picture this. You're heading out for a morning walk, the kind that clears your mind and lifts your spirit. The birds are singing, the air is crisp, but halfway down the block, your legs feel like they're made of lead. Your ankles are puffy, your shoes feel tight, and you're tempted to turn back. It's easy to brush this off as just another sign of aging, but high-sodium foods are often the hidden culprit. Sodium, found in processed snacks, frozen dinners, deli meats, and even seemingly healthy canned veggies causes your body to hold on to excess water. This isn't just a little bloating. It's swelling that weighs down your legs, presses on your joints, and makes every movement feel like wading through mud. For those of us over 45, this water retention can turn a simple errand into an exhausting ordeal, leaving us feeling frustrated and stuck. But the trouble doesn't end with swelling. Too much sodium stiffens your blood vessels, reducing their elasticity and slowing the flow of oxygen to your muscles. Think of your blood vessels like garden hoses. When they're flexible, water flows freely, nourishing every plant. But when they're rigid, the flow weakens and the plants wilt. That's what high sodium does to your legs, starving your muscles and leaving them tired, crampy, and weak. This poor circulation isn't just about feeling sluggish. It raises your risk of serious conditions like peripheral artery disease, which can make walking painful and limit your freedom. And here's something new to consider. Sodium's impact on blood flow can disrupt your sleep, causing restless legs or nighttime discomfort that leaves you groggy and less active the next day. Imagine waking up tired, not because of age, but because your diet is keeping you from resting well. There's another silent danger. High sodium foods leach calcium from your bones, making them brittle and more prone to fractures. For us, a fall isn't just a bruise. It can mean months of recovery, a loss of confidence, or even a shift away from the independent life we cherish. A simple misstep, like tripping on a rug, could change everything, and sodium is part of that risk. But here's a fresh perspective. Sodium can also affect your nervous system, contributing to numbness or tingling in your legs. If you've ever felt a strange pins and needles sensation or hesitated before stepping off a curb, that's your body begging for better balance, better fuel. But here's the uplifting truth. You don't have to sacrifice flavor to protect your legs. You can outsmart sodium with choices that make your meals vibrant and your body strong. Instead of processed foods, cook with fresh ingredients like crisp vegetables, lean meats, or hearty grains. Replace table salt with herbs and spices like rosemary, thyme, or smoked paprika, which add depth without harming your health. If you love a touch of salt, try Himalayan pink salt or sea salt in small amounts, as they offer trace minerals that support your body. Be mindful of hidden sodium in packaged foods, like sauces or breads, by checking labels and choosing low-sodium options. To make this fun, create a flavor board. Grab a small board or notebook and experiment with new seasonings each week, like a lemon-garlic blend or a spicy chili mix. Pin up your favorites, and soon you'll have a go-to guide for delicious, leg-friendly meals. Here's another idea to keep you inspired. Start a hydration habit tracker. Sodium's effects are worse when you're dehydrated, so pair your low-sodium choices with plenty of water. Each day, mark off a glass of water in a notebook or app, aiming for 8 glasses. Notice how your legs feel lighter, your energy steadier. This isn't just about drinking water. It's about giving your body the tools to flush out excess sodium and move with ease. These small steps are your way of saying yes to a future filled with walks, laughter, and independence. Before we move on, let's pause and wonder. Could a daily staple be stripping your muscles of their strength? Stick with us, because the next food might be one you eat every day, and its impact will change the way you think about your plate. Let's talk about a food that's been a comforting presence on our tables for years, one that feels like home with every bite. It's white bread, refined pasta, and other processed carbohydrates, from the soft toast at breakfast, to the spaghetti at family dinners, to the dinner rolls at holiday feasts. These foods are so familiar, so woven into our routines, that they seem harmless, even wholesome. But what if these everyday staples are draining your energy, weakening your muscles, and making it harder to move with the strength you deserve? White bread and refined carbs aren't just filling your plate. They're energy drainers, and understanding their impact could be the key to walking taller, feeling lighter, and embracing life's moments with joy. Imagine this scene. You're at a community potluck, surrounded by friends, the table piled high with dishes. You want to mingle, share stories, maybe take a short walk afterward, but your legs feel heavy, your body sluggish, and you're tempted to sit it out. It's easy to think this is just aging creeping in, but refined carbs are often the silent culprits. These foods, like white bread, sugary cereals, or white rice, are stripped of their natural nutrients during processing, leaving behind empty calories that spike your blood sugar. That quick surge might feel like a burst of energy, like a fleeting moment of youth. But it's followed by a crash, leaving you tired, foggy, and weak. For those of us over 45, these constant ups and downs sap the endurance from our muscles, making everyday tasks like climbing stairs or carrying laundry feel overwhelming. But the harm goes deeper. Refined carbs fuel chronic inflammation, a hidden force that stiffens your joints and weakens your muscles. Inflammation is like a storm cloud over your body, making your knees ache, your legs heavy, and your movements slower. If you've ever struggled to get up from a chair or felt a lingering soreness after a short walk, your diet might be playing a bigger role than you think. Here's a fresh angle to consider. These foods disrupt your gut microbiota, the tiny organisms that help your body process nutrients. When your gut is out of balance, your muscles miss out on the amino acids and vitamins they need to stay strong, leaving you feeling unsteady and fatigued. This gut-brain connection also affects your mood, contributing to brain fog that dims your motivation to stay active. Think of a day when you wanted to join a friend for a stroll, but felt too drained to go. That's refined carbs stealing your spark. There's another layer to this. Refined carbs slow your body's ability to repair muscles after activity, a process that's already slower as we age. Whether it's a gentle walk or a game with your grandkids, your muscles need protein and nutrients to recover and grow stronger. But a diet heavy in white bread or pastries starves them, leading to muscle loss over time. This isn't just about feeling weak today. It's about losing the strength to balance, to move confidently, to stay independent. And here's something new. These foods can contribute to insulin resistance, making it harder for your muscles to absorb glucose for energy. If you've ever felt a sudden heaviness in your legs or struggled with endurance, that's your body signaling it needs better fuel. But here's the inspiring truth. You can fuel your body with foods that lift you up, not drag you down, and they're just as comforting and delicious. Instead of white bread, try whole grain or sprouted grain breads, rich in fiber and nutrients that keep your muscles strong. Swap refined pasta for quinoa, farro, or whole wheat pasta, which release energy slowly, keeping you steady and vibrant. For a hearty side, choose sweet potatoes or roasted vegetables, packed with vitamins that fight inflammation. To make this fun, try a grain swap week. Pick one refined carb you eat regularly, maybe white rice or dinner rolls, and replace it with a new whole grain, like a farro salad or buckwheat pancakes. Notice how your legs feel, stronger, lighter, more ready for the day. It's a small adventure that brings big rewards. Here's another idea to keep you inspired. Start a meal mindfulness practice. Once a week, sit down to a healthy meal, maybe a quinoa bowl with grilled veggies, and savor it slowly. Reflect on how it feels to nourish your body, to choose strength over struggle. Jot down a word or two, like energy or freedom, to capture that moment. Over time, these reflections become a reminder of the power you hold to shape your future. These choices aren't just about food. They're about saying yes to a life of vitality, connection, and independence. Now that you know the culprits, are you ready to take charge of your strength? Let's wrap this up with a vision of what's possible when you make these changes, because your legs deserve to carry you forward with confidence. Your legs have carried you through a lifetime of memories, from dancing at weddings to chasing grandkids in the backyard. But processed sugar, fried foods, processed meats, high-sodium foods, and refined carbs can weaken them, stealing your strength and freedom. The good news? You hold the power to change this. Swap these culprits for whole grains, fresh proteins, and vibrant flavors. And imagine walking pain-free, climbing stairs with ease, living vibrantly. Start small, maybe one swap this week, and feel the difference. Drop a comment with one food you'll try avoiding or a moment you felt strong. Your future self will thank you. Thank you for joining us at Elders Guidance. If this inspired you, like, share, and subscribe for more ways to thrive in your golden years. Next, we'll explore simple exercises to boost leg strength, so stay tuned. Your feedback fuels our community, so let us know what you want to learn next. Here's to walking strong, living fully, and creating a legacy of vitality. Until next time, keep moving forward with confidence and joy. If you enjoyed this video, comment 1 to let me know. If not, comment 2. Your thought matter to me either way.